Okay, I've literally just come out of a Botox treatment. It's the 1st of July, 2020, and I thought I would give an update on what it's like having that Botox treatment straight away. So if I wriggle my forehead, you can see parts of where it's affected, and I've had the central injection there. So you can maybe see some injection sites there. So it was absolutely fine. The doctor and the nurse, they were all kitted out in the full PPE because of COVID. I had to wear a face mask and anti-bac my hands and all that while clean my hands. It went absolutely fine. I've been going to this clinic for a few years now. Same old really. The injections go in, she puts the injections in, I lie down on the hospital bed, and when the injection goes in, it's ow 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 ow. Oh, okay. Ow 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 ow. Okay, so it's that. It really hurts when it goes in, and you feel like almost like a explosion of pain almost, and then it's fine, and then she moves on to the next one. So I had the injections here as well, and here. So my hair is all tussled up. It's a mess, bit of a mess, because what they do as well is they wipe it down. They wipe your face down and your hair with antiseptic wipes. I guess that's what they are. So I get a lot of that in my hair as well, just to make sure the injection site is completely sterile, I think. So I've had injections on the side of my head and going down the back of my head, and then at the top and the side of my neck there, and the tops of my, I suppose the very tops of my shoulders. In terms of the reason for getting the Botox is I look like we look through my headache diary, and you really can see it at the end of June. So I last had my Botox done in mid-February, so that's March, April, May, June, and then we're now just in July, so that's 4.5 months, and they say they usually like it to be 3 to 4 months. And we really could see in my headache diary when we were looking at it that towards the end of June, my migraines, they really did pick up. They started to last multiple days, and after having Botox, they don't last multiple days. And the intensity of them was worse. And what I noticed as well over the past couple of weeks is the neck pain. Like, I get a stiff neck when I get a migraine, or I get a bit of pain in my neck. I have thought about this. It's not the neck causing the migraines. The neck only ever hurts after the migraine symptoms start. So yeah, trust me, I've looked into that and paid attention to that. And the neck pain in the last couple of weeks when I was getting migraines was really bad. Really stiff neck as well. And I do think that the Botox in the neck helps there as well, a lot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another update this evening, so how I feel a few hours after having a Botox treatment. Hopefully I'll get around to doing an update tomorrow as well, so we're looking at 12 to 24 hours after a treatment, and then I'll probably do a final update in a week's time, all part of the same video, just so I can give a sort of ongoing update, what it's actually like to have Botox treatment for migraines and how it affects you immediately and how it affects you over a longer period of time. So I've had about 15 minutes ago, I had my first set of not my first, 15 minutes ago, I can get these words out. 15 minutes ago, I've just had Botox treatment. This is my first update straight after. I'm feeling okay, no pain at all around here. Ever so slight pain in the back of my neck, but that's going away. And I feel okay for now. I feel okay. We shall see how it goes. Right, okay, so it's about 8 hours later after my Botox treatment this afternoon. The inevitable did happen. What happens is usually I just get a lot of tension all over my head and up the back of my head as well, and my neck. And sometimes it just stays as tension or a bit of a tension headache. Quite often it does become a migraine, and it did become a migraine. So I spent quite a lot of this late afternoon, evening, basically crashed out good for nothing. I had to take some medication. I took a triptan and a couple of paracetamol, and they have worked. I'm sort of recovering now, post-stroke migraine hangover. It's a bit frustrating. So the way it happened was, I had the tension all over my head, which I just think is from getting the micro injuries from the injection sites. Like, they're still ever so slightly tender. I don't know if you can really see. I'll have to see how that looks when I have a look at in post-production. Very small dots, and I think it just aggravates it because it's 31 injections, and then the tension, in a way, I could feel it sort of start to coalesce in my eye. And to use a phrase, when I feel it sort of take hold in my eye, that's when I know, right, yeah, this is becoming a migraine. And what really confirmed it was one of my cats, Frodo. He's very good at knowing when I get migraines, and he just came up and snuggled right up against me. I took a picture of it. He's my little migraine buddy. He's very good at knowing that. He messes me about a lot, but when I've got a migraine, he's really, really nice to me, and he comes and snuggles with me. Usually, sometimes he jumps on me, jumps on my face, he'll paw me, he'll mess me about. He's a bit of a law unto himself, but when it comes to migraines, he just knows. He's really good like that. Our other cat, Tilly, she's good as well. But yeah, there's something about Frodo and him knowing when I have migraines, which is quite nice and reassuring. He's still with me now. He knows that I've not been too good. Hello, Frodo. There he is, looking after me. Yeah. Being very nice with me. It's quite relaxing having this little migraine buddy. It does help. So yeah, that was like the final realisation that I've got a migraine from the Botox injections. So hopefully they'll work. They have worked before. It's just annoying. I get this initial sort of migraine tension, but if that's the price to pay for a reduction in the number of migraines overall and a reduction in the intensity, then I'm willing to pay for it. You can tell I've got a migraine brain. I can't think. Next update, probably in 12 hours, 24 hours, I'll let you know how it's getting on. Goodbye for now. So, best laid plans and all that. Well, with migraines, it's to be expected. It's now 2 days later. Yesterday it was meant to be that 24-hour update, and I struggled a bit yesterday, and I did end up getting another migraine yesterday. I think it was just the tension from getting the treatment. Most of the time I do get a migraine the following day as well. I did have to take a triptan, and I took a couple of paracetamol as well. And late afternoon, early evening, I was absolutely good for nothing. Which it doesn't help, because it just means my wife then has to look after the kids and everything. It's really, really frustrating. However, I crashed for a bit, but then the medication did kick in. It did work. and it went away. So by the time I actually went to bed, it was pretty much gone. Just had the migraine hangover. And I think that was a sign that although the Botox I don't think helped or maybe contributed to the start of the migraine, it has actually started to work in terms of I can get rid of it quicker and the symptoms are not as bad. Still a little bit of brain fog today. I'm trying to think what I'm trying to say. Yes, that's it. So I noticed that yesterday, the migraine I had, my neck was not fine, but far better than it usually is. I didn't really realise this, what a difference the Botox makes to my neck because of the lockdown and the COVID response. The Botox clinic was shut for 7 weeks, they told me, so they were running 7 weeks behind. So that's why I ended up having my appointment after 4.5 months, rather than the 3 to 3.5, maybe 4 months. So it completely worn off. And I'd been really struggling like with the pain in my neck and the tension in my neck as well over the past few weeks. And yeah, it's really shown that it's not just my head, but the Botox injections in my neck as well make such a difference. I'm not a super responder to Botox, it doesn't take it down to 1 or 2 migraines, but it really does help with the intensity of the migraines. What is a bit frustrating is I think that as far as the NHS is concerned, in terms of effectiveness, they look at how it affects your number of migraines or migraine attack days. So I do tell them how it helps with the intensity and the other symptoms, alleviating the other symptoms when I have had the Botox. I'm not sure if that's a clinical thing that they can log, but I tell them anyway, and I think they do take it on board. But yeah, that's been a revelation as well, just how much it helps with my neck. Okay, so this has been a just over a 48-hour update, and I think I'll do an update in a week's time and then post this video. Signing off for now. Boom. Okay, hello. So it's now just over a week later. It was meant to be yesterday that I did the update, but surprise, surprise, I had a migraine. So it didn't get done. On the plus side, the migraine that I had yesterday was the first one I had in almost a week. So there has been a definite improvement, quite big really, having the Botox treatment. The biggest improvement I've noticed, and because I've really been thinking about it and paying a lot more attention to everything about my body because of producing this video, producing these updates, is the difference it's made to my neck. It's been quite amazing really, the difference that it's made to my neck. It's pretty much gone. The neck pain, the neck stiffness, all of the tension that I've been feeling around my neck and the back of my head, it's pretty much non-existent, even when I've actually got the migraines themselves. So since having the treatment, I've had 3 migraines. I had one on the evening, which pretty much always happens. Again, I think it's just 31 injections in your head. It just does that to you. I had one the following day, which is quite often happens. And then I had one yesterday. And the one I had yesterday, I think, was just because of extreme tiredness. I had an utterly terrible night's sleep. And then I was up early with my son in the morning. And I was so tired, like painfully tired. And when I'm painfully tired, I quite often get migraines. And I think that's just what happened. I was able to get rid of it after a few hours. I did have to take a triptan and some paracetamol. But all in all, a week into the Botox treatment, and the results have been very positive. I'm happy to report that. I've always generally responded well to Botox. It will be interesting to see how it plays out over the next 3 to 4 months, and hopefully if the clinic stays open, hopefully we don't get a second wave of COVID, or hopefully we don't get a bad second wave. Hopefully the clinic does stay open. That's all I've got to report for now. So if you found this video at all helpful or interesting, or you have any other suggestions or anything like that, please give the video a like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Until the next time. Bye.